Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Afreen Rahman. And before I begin this session, please let me know if my voice is loud and clear to everyone. If you can hear me clearly, if you can see this red screen clearly, please write clear in the chat window and I'll know that there are no technical glitches and we are good to go. So we have Harsh, Mukul, Gaurav, Vishal, Shivakumar, Divyam, everybody writing in a clear. Anisha, Shivam, great, awesome, awesome. So I believe there are no technical glitches. Everybody can hear me clearly. Well, a very, very happy, uh, uh, Mahatma Jayanti to everyone. Today is 2nd October. It's a national holiday. Yet on this beautiful Sunday morning, all of you are here present today in this session, giving us your precious time and attention. So thank you so much. Well, that really shows your passion towards product management. That really shows your passion towards learning, basically. So yeah, once again, I would really like to thank all of you, from the bottom of my heart. And with that, let me know all the corners of India that everybody is joining me from. I am joining in from Delhi. Let me know in the chat window which corner of India are you joining in from. Divyam is coming in from Bangalore. Great, awesome. How's the weather there in Bangalore, Divyam? Harsh is from Indore, Shobaraj is from Pune, Mukul is from Jammu, awesome. Shivam is from Calicut, Fahim is from Hyderabad, Shivakumar is from Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, Banswara, Gurgaon. Great. Divyam says it's the best weather in Bangalore. Good, awesome. That's great to know. Then Jitesh is from Banswara, Rajasthan. Awesome, nice. So I have a pan-India crowd present here today, right from, I think Andhra Pradesh to Rajasthan to Delhi to Chennai to Bangalore, Hyderabad, Indore, everyone joining in, which is awesome. Pawan is from Vikat. I'm so sorry. Visakhapatnam. And yeah, we have a lot of people coming in from Indore and Andhra Pradesh as well. Awesome. Good to know that. And now the second question that I would want is, today is day 2. Oh, Sumit is joining us from Saudi Arabia. Which place in Saudi Arabia, Sumit, are you joining us from? So we have an international audience here as well. Awesome. It must be pretty early in Saudi Arabia, 2.5 hours back, Sumit. So up so early in Riyadh. Awesome. Ravindra Gaikwad from Pune and Anupam is from Delhi. Awesome. Delhi's also having a good weather today. Dr. Jaginder from Mumbai. So let me know how many out of you were part of yesterday's day 1 masterclass? Very quickly, yes or no? Were you part of yesterday's class with Manav? Write in a yes. If for some reason you could not attend day 1, you could write it a no, because it's all right. Do not worry. The recording of day 1 and day 2 will be emailed to you in the following week. So in case you missed a great session yesterday with Manav, do not worry, you will get the recordings, right? Both the days, you'll get it in the following week. Watch it at your convenience, right? So that is the most awesome part. Well, let me tell you in a snapshot exactly what happened in day 1. In day 1, we talked about what is product management, the starting line of product management, right? What is product management? Who are product managers? What are the different universal skills they need to have? And if for those of you who were part of day 1 session, you must have, you remember that Manav finished his session on UI UX note, right? Yes or no? Let me know if you remember that, right? On a UI UX note. And UI UX is basically design. Simply said, simply put forward, is design. Now, why is design so important for product managers to understand? Now, when I say design, it does not mean that as product managers, you will be sitting and designing things. Absolutely not, until unless you are that creative and you have that knack and skill for it. That's a different story. But in case you do not, you're not from designing background and you don't know how to do that, yet why it is a very important skill set that every product manager must have is what I will cover in the most simplest of manner. My style of teaching basically is where I break down complex topics and make it simple. So I'm not going to use very difficult jargons. I'm going to break it down so that every one of you understands UI UX. In fact, the importance of UI UX in the life of product management. How does that really sound, right? So without much further ado, let's get into the session. Let me give you a quick intro to all of you who've just joined, right? My name is Afreen Rahman. I'm the product management consultant at Insaid. I have double bachelors in domains of business studies and education from institutions like Jamia Millia Islamia and Amity University. I have also done micromasters in business management from IIM Bangalore, right? Now, that being said, And let me tell you, I'm also a product management mentor and speaker at Insaid. I host a lot of, webinars and talk events at Insaid based on product management. And that being said, I'm a self-proclaimed YouTube host and those for everyone. So especially all of you who are new to the field of product management and you're doing your researches, you're doing your, you're scouring the internet and YouTube for it, do check out Insaid's YouTube channel, do check out Insaid's LinkedIn page and Instagram page. You'll find a lot of relatable content where you can come across, concepts of product management, right? So that is what exactly I do. And if you want to get directly connected with me, you can always email me at afreen@insaid.co, or we could get connected, on LinkedIn as well. I've already started getting requests from some of you here, which is good, which is awesome, right? So I would love to get connected with all of you, talk about product and much, much more, right? So that is a quick intro about me. Let me give you a quick intro about Insaid as well. Insaid is India's leading academic institution which is dedicated to transforming professional careers. We have a vision in mind, which is to groom industry leaders of tomorrow. In fact, data-backed industry leaders of tomorrow. That is the need of the hour, right? Every man company is looking for data-backed product managers. That is what we believe in grooming. And we have a simple, mission with which we fulfill our vision, which is to deliver top-notch quality education to every person who goes through Insaid. Simple vision, simple mission at Insaid, right? Now, before I begin the masterclass, I would have simple expectation from everyone. Let's just set the record straight. Let's just set the expectations for our session. Number one, I would need for the next 75 minutes. 75 minutes is what I ask of you, to turn off all possible distractions that you have around you. So in case your Instagram, Snapchat, news, anything that would distract you from the session is on, I would really want you to switch it off or probably put it on silent, right? Number one, write done in the chat box if you do that, because obviously there's a lot of effort that I'm putting, a little bit of effort I would require from your end, and that is to give me your undivided attention, right? Second, next I would want you to is rush and get a pen and a notepad or a pencil or a notepad and write done. Why? Because I would still want you to take running notes with me. See, running notes kind of lets you retain whatever has happened in the session. Like I said, obviously you'll all get recordings of the session, but still 2 days on Tuesday, if you think about what Afreen talked about UI UX in the session, I would want you to jot things down that will remain in your memory kind of for a long time, right? So write done if you have in the next 10 seconds gotten a notepad, gotten a pen, and you are ready to take running notes with me. So you're excited about the session. That would at least let me know. I would want all 200 plus of you who are here today on this Sunday morning doing this session with me to write done in the chat window. And last, think, interact, and engage with me. I want this chat box to be buzzing with energy, right? Like how you are buzzing with energy in the morning, you've gotten up to attend the session. Similarly, I would want this chat box, because see, this chat box is the medium. Chirag, loving your energy here. He's writing all yo and things like that. That is exactly how I want this chat box to be buzzing with energy. It gives me also that boost of motivation and let me know that you're enjoying the session, right? Sure, Fahim, sure, Vishwamitra, great, awesome. Now let's discuss the agenda. Let's get down to business. Let's talk about why we are here today, right? Number one, I'm going to talk about design, obviously, and I'm going to talk about its importance in the field of product management. Where in the scheme of things does design really fall in the entire life cycle of product management that's there? And what is UI UX? Usually you will hear everybody saying this in the same breath, right? UI UX designer, this, that, right? So is UI UX the same thing, like almost the same thing? And if not, if they are different, how are they different from each other? So I'm going to go give you an apple to apple comparison there as well. And in the end, for all those of you who have been actively researching about starting your career in the product world, who really aim to become a product manager in future, I have some exciting masterclass like bonuses for which are webinar exclusive that Insaid will offer, so that you can kickstart your journey in the field of product management. But this will happen towards the very end. So let me know if the agenda sounds good, if you're excited, right? Excited in the session, because let me tell you, I am going to take you on that journey that is going to make UI UX very simple for you. you. So I want all the excited coming in the chat window, and that will pump me up, and I'll definitely nose dive into the session. So excited, excited, excited. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now let's start with the very first topic, which is design for product management. Now, what you see on your screen right now is basically what is the life cycle in the entire product development, right? Whenever you start developing a product, these are the different stages that it goes through. Number one, now let me ask you a question, and I want everybody to answer this to me. Participate as much as you can, right? Once a product manager starts building a product, what is the very first thing that the product manager does? And this is something that he will do or she will do on an everyday basis. Now, please don't write meetings. Of course, I know he does meetings. Everybody does meetings. One thing that really lets them set the vision that will set them strategy. Which Shiraj says vision and strategy, but even before you set your vision and strategies, what is it that you need to do, right? Satish says, understanding what we are selling. Yes. How would you understand that, Satish? Little bit more thinking. Requirement, roadmap, data. How do you get the data? You're going on this right line, everyone. Align with organization's mission, set timelines, analytics. Divyam, you're kind of hitting the point here. Self-motivated problem statement, action plan. Yes, here I get this. Shubham Singh is actually asking it, but yes, it's competition analysis and things like that. Okay, so the one thing that a product manager does on an everyday basis, when especially, the senior product managers, your team, all of them, the VPs of product, what they would do is they would actually do your market research. You will study the market, you will do your analytics, right? Basically, and you will do your competition analysis, right? That is what you would do, because that will let you know what exactly is it that's the gap in the market, right? What need does my customers want to be fulfilled, right? Because developing any product right off the bat is not going to solve the problem, right? Only those products becomes these, billion dollars industries that actually capture the pain point that customers are facing. For example, WhatsApp is there, right? WhatsApp is there. Now, tomorrow, we are all product managers. We develop one application that is exactly like WhatsApp. Do you think it's going to be a $1 billion business? Everything is exactly like WhatsApp, all the same features. Do you think it is going to do really, really great in the market? Yes or no? Quickly, I'm just getting 7, 8 yeses and no's. No, right? Absolutely not. For your product to do really, really well, needs to have some other talking point. It needs to stand out. There has to be a differentiating element there, right? So maybe if we develop an app like WhatsApp, maybe I can have music integrated into it. Like, I don't know why, that is one feature that WhatsApp doesn't have yet. So maybe I can play music, maybe, reels, creating reels is that youngsters, these days are really into it. So we can have this good shooting features where you can, add videos and create reels on WhatsApp itself, right? Some feature that would differentiate my product different from WhatsApp. And that would be the USP of the product, where we can sell it that, okay, along with all privacy features and things like that, we also are offering this, which WhatsApp doesn't give you. Then yes, your customers would be like, okay, this is something new. Let's go to this, application. Let's download it and let's start using it, right? So always try to cover the pain point of the customer or the gap in the industry, something that your competition hasn't done. And based on that study, based on that analysis, right? Will you form the vision of the product? Will you form the strategy of the product, right? Everything gets built. And once the vision and strategy comes in the picture, you will form a product roadmap. Now, how many of you are aware what a product roadmap is? Yes or no? Quick yes or no's in the chat window. Now, for those of you who are not aware, do not worry, let me tell you quickly, is product roadmap is like a kind of a document that you would see, right? It's there obviously on a tool that you'll be making, but still product managers make it, where you would show all the different teams that will be working on the product, right? Your marketing team, your engineering team, your sales team, your product development, different kind of teams would be coming in, your dev team and all that. And what all different tasks they'll be completing within a set period of time. So let's say you're developing a product in the next 12 months. So every 3 months, every quarter, what each team has to deliver and what is their progress is covered in this one particular document, right? So that is called your product roadmap, right? So that is basically. So Shubham sir, could you please share the difference between USP and different? Okay, USP is my selling point, Shubham, right? My selling point will be, let's say if my application has the music feature along with everything that WhatsApp has, that is my particular USP, right? And if I talk about differentiator, right, that differentiator is obviously there are going to be other elements in my application as well, right? It's not only going to stop at just one feature that I'm going to sell. I'm going to talk about, maybe a lot of more safety features. Maybe I'll add more smileys into it. I'll add more features into it, story sharing. Nowadays, Instagram has just come up with this notes feature. If you see, just 2 or 3 days back, this note sharing has come, right? I'll also integrate 2 or 3 features, which WhatsApp has not done it, right? That will become my differentiating factors there, right? So it differentiates myself. If there are certain other platforms available where WhatsApp is not available, everything. So USP is one strong point that will help me sell my product, but differentiator are different features that will differentiate my product, right? USP and differentiator, always different, right? What difference exactly, Milind? The difference that I'm giving to my customers, that need, basically, Milind, I am figuring out that need my customers have, that I can give to them, that no other product is giving, right? That is what we need to figure out. The pain point we need to figure out, right? Or something that no product does. Let's say I took an example of WhatsApp. What if there is one product that is there, but it's not really solving any, no other company has ever done it. There is a need in the market for that. Let's develop that. Maybe some product for, the older generation, the segment there, right? Let me give you just a very offbeat example. Let's say we have dating apps, right? A lot, not dating, everybody is on dating apps, they're using it, but dating apps are there for all the young people, right? Maybe till they're 35, 40s, you can still find people and matches there. But what about dating about elder people? That concept is not really there in India, but that does not mean that there's not an audience or a crowd for it. So how about developing a dating app for people who are above 50? People can find dating, at that age and group. There are single people, there are divorcees and things like that. That is one untapped market I feel that is there in the Indian market. How about develop an application for that? So are you getting tapping the market that is there, but people are not really utilizing it? So you go there, you hit that market, create a product so that you will find your niche and you will start getting customers, and that will make your product a great hit, something like that. Always do this kind of market research and see if that this is actually possible. Let's say I gave this idea, but maybe it's not feasible for Indian market. People will not come, or it'll create controversy or this, that, and you'll drop off the idea. So that is why doing your competition analysis, that is why studying the market is very, very important, right? Now, once you've figured out your market, once you know what you're building, your vision, strategy, your roadmaps are set, you will come to product engineering, right? Now your engineers, your big guns come into the picture. How many of you are from engineering background? Let me know in the chat window. Just write a simple me and I will know. Technical backgrounds, engineering backgrounds, right? So if you have now the big guns come in, and you will be talking about your software engineers, your technical leads, your, everyone, designing, project managers, everyone walk into the picture here, right? And the actual development of the product begins, right? So we're talking about API integration, CDNs, cloud servers, and whatnot, right? So all of that begins, those discussions begin, and we actually start building the product. And how do we build it? We build it in an agile manner. What is agile methodology? How many of you are aware of agile product management, project management, or methodologies? Yes or no in the chat window, very quickly. If you are, yes. Oh, everybody is, yes. Okay, great, awesome. For those of you who might be in a doubt of agile, let me tell you, it is about developing your product rather than developing a product from start till finish. And I'm just giving you an overview of agile because agile is a session in itself. All right. So very quickly, simply, if I have to explain it, rather than developing your product from start to finish and then testing your product and finding out, oh my God, there are some features in my product that are not working. Let's say I built a product, I added 6 features into it. And then I realized towards the end, oh my God, 2 features are not really working properly. What do? I'll try to track my steps. I'll see where things went wrong, what is happening, why it's not happening, all of that. What is that going to do? That is going to waste a lot of time. That is going to waste a lot of resources, all of that in tracking where exactly, which step, development phase, maintenance phase, which exact phase did the problem occur in, right? It's wasting some time, right? I'm supposed to deliver a product within 12 months, right? And doing that imagine it in big industries, right? Really multi-million dollars industries, when they launch a product and something doesn't work well, and they have to back track their steps, right? So it's wasting a lot of time and resources. So what needs to be done? And this used to happen earlier. This used to be called as a waterfall method of developing the products. So what happened is software engineers basically came up with this agile product management, which has now been taken, agile methodology, I would rather say, which has been adopted by all industries. Now here, what will happen is you will develop a product, in phases. Firstly, those phases are called sprints, right? Those sprints could be, depending upon your company, they could be quarter wise, they could be month wise, they could be every 15 days. That is upon your organization. But in big industries, they're all usually quarter wise, right? So quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, let's say, easily the tasks have been divided, and every team will be set a target. Like every 3 months you're supposed to achieve this. Marketing, sales, engineering, dev team, all of that will be given their targets every 3 months. This must be achieved. And once you achieve those targets, you will test your product, right? So let's say I develop a product and I add 2 features into it. So rather than together testing 6 features in the end, I'll first develop 2 features and I'll test my product, right? I'll test whether both those features are working well, they've integrated well, they're giving the results that I would want my customers to get, all of that. And once, only and only once I'm happy with the working of my 2 features, will I move towards adding 2 more features into it and then develop my product. Now, what is happening here? Now, this product that you have developed with 2 features, that you have built a what? An MVP. What is an MVP? A minimum viable product. All right. So minimum viable product is what you have built. And let me tell you, even at this stage where you have built this product with 2 features, you can actually launch it. Why? Because it is a working kind of a functional product there. So even, and for, in my belief, personal belief, I believe every product is in an MVP stage. For example, when WhatsApp was launched way years back, when it was launched, it was just a texting application, right? You could get connected with your loved ones, with your friends and things like that. And then slowly there came that voice calling features, because they recognized the market needed that. One application where you could get connected with your friends and family absolutely free of cost. So voice calls came. And then later on, they realized that only texting does not do. We need some emotions into it. So they introduced smileys into it. Smileys was not something that was added from the start. So that feature of smileys was added, then video calls were added, then statuses were added. Now disappearing messages are there. And very recently, the banking, the UPI payments has been added. What is happening? Your WhatsApp is still an MVP. And as the need of the customers, as the time is passing, based on the expectations of the customers, they keep on adding features. And this is exactly what you'll be doing as product managers, studying the market and giving people, your customers, what they actually need and require in your product, right? So you will always be building your products in an agile manner, and MVP is the way to go about it. Clear to everyone? Write clear in the chat window, and I'll know that at least this point is clear to everyone, right? So your engineering stage happens, you're developing the product in agile, you know what is happening, you're testing your features, rigorously, you're building your MVPs. Now, once a functionable model has been built, you know what are the different technical structures that are, your tech stack that I would say of your product has been built. Now is the time to design, right? Let's make it come into reality in the ways that how it's going to appear to the customers, right? Product designing comes into the feature, so your UI UX designers come into the picture at this point in time, and we talk about the looks. How many of you are aware of wireframing? What are wireframes? Yes or no in the chat window very quickly. If you're not aware of it, let me tell you. I'm sure most of you must have seen a blueprint of a house. Blueprint, all of those of you writing, no, let me a blueprint of a house, right? Before we go to buy a house, there is always this naksha in India, in a map, right? Naksha is what we call in Hindi, right? So it's like a blueprint that we see, right? And no, not a brochure, not a brochure. It's you'll see this map, right? Blueprint, where you'll have that, okay, this is a flat piece of land, but here is where the bedroom is going to be. This is where the lobby is going to be. This is where the kitchen is going to be. This is where the puja room is going to be. This is where my bathroom is going to be. Remember, so you that blueprint on a blue color, the floor plan, exactly. Floor plan. Oh my God. Okay, so floor plan is what exactly I'm talking about, right? That's the blueprint of the house that you get, the dimensions, everything. So even before the house is built, you know how it's exactly going to look like, where the door is going to be, where the back door is going to be, gate, this, that, floors, you know it all, right? That is exactly what is a wireframe. Even before you develop your products, like for example, you're developing an application or you're a website, your UI UX designer will develop a wireframe that will know that, once people are logging into your app, how exactly it's going to look like, what the buttons are going to be like, how exactly is the landing page going to be, what is the next, if you click on this button, how. So you get this wireframe. That wireframe is where you will make the changes. No, this is not looking good, that is looking good, this and that. And once you've finalized your wireframes, based on that, your mock-ups will be built. So now you go to these big builders, you usually have this 3D model of a flat. Based on that blueprint or that floor plan, you always have this small model that will show you the buildings. This is how it's going to look once the building gets completed. Or these days, they've actually started building a mock-up flat. So you can actually walk into the flat and see that, oh, this is how it's going to look once my house gets built. Yes or no? You've had those experiences, right? You must have seen it, that this is how things work. Model houses, right? That is a mock-up. So based on your wireframe, what 3D element of mockups, how it will come to life, then you will be like, okay, there you will be making changes. No, I don't want orange buttons, I want green buttons. Let's bring things to life and how exactly it will look to your audience. So that is wireframing and mockups that your UI UX designers will do for you. And based on the expectations that you have, see, because as product managers, you will always be connected with your customers, right? You are the voice of customers. A lot of people said that, right? Product managers are always connected with their customers on some level, right? Via surveys, via emails, via whatnot. They just know the what should I say, the nerves of their customers. They know what they're expecting. That expectation you're supposed to pass to your UI UX designers. They are not connected. You would know that this is what they're expecting and this is how you should be building your product, because that is how the customers will use it, right? So based on that, your product designing come into the picture. Now that you've designed it, you've built it, all of that, you're ready to launch. You launch the products, you'll do your A/B testing. How many of you are aware of A/B testing? Very quickly, let me know. Yes or no in the chat window. A/B testing. Manish, yes. All right, good, awesome. Lots of Mukul says no. All right. For those of you who are not aware of A/B testing, again, very simply, let me explain it. It is kind of testing your design elements on two groups of people, right? Now, those two groups of people does not mean 10 people or something like that. There could be, once you're doing it on a wide scale, it could be tier 1 cities, tier 2 cities, right? And some design element about your product you're going to talk about. Giving you an example, how many of you have seen those advertisements that basically automobile companies launch, where there's this car that they're going to launch 3 or 6 months in advance? These advertisements come in the newspaper, magazines, and you will see just the headlight of the car. Everything is black, and the caption reads like the beast is coming, or there's a 4x4 wheel drive, 2-3 features. You must have seen such kind of advertisements on the front page of the newspaper, right? Or if you'll go to some other, let's say tier 2 city, the same car would be advertised on a half paper, but a sweet family is sitting, you can see the entire car and things like that. Two different designs. What happens are companies always test these designs over a different audience customer base and see what works well for their product, right? Not only that, it also lets them know which kind of advertising, the family kind of advertising, is giving them a lot of buzz and generation and all of that talk that you want to create amongst your product, or whether that beast design is doing really well. Because once you are nearing your date of product launch, you would then come into action and you'll be like, okay, this worked for us, let's push or put our money towards this kind of promotion, that the beast let's say worked, or maybe the family concept worked better in India, so let's go all out with the family concept, and that is how we're going to advertise it throughout the market. Also, that will let you know, as product managers, whatever that you are trying to do, the features that you're going to talk about, the ads that you're going to put forward and things like that, are they creating a positive buzz about your product, or is that a negative buzz? And you must have seen that with a lot of products. Like Apple does it. Apple recently launched Apple 14, but there was so much buzz that there is no change in the product. It's exactly like Apple 13, just a little bit camera differences there, but so what happens is, even before the product is launched, you still get the buzz about the product. And 3 to 6 months in advance, if you do it, you will still have time to make some changes that can make whatever negative buzz is coming towards positive, right? And a lot of even industries like Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, all these industries do it. We have teasers, we have trailers, we have then song launches, and then finally somewhere the movie comes. What happens is, anything negative, at least the director, producers have time that they will change in the movies and things like that. So this kind of A/B testing is always done on people, right? So product launches, this is how you launch your product successfully. You read your audiences even before you launch your product. And once you've launched your product, obviously, how would you know your product is doing well? You'll do your product analytics. You'll study your product metrics. You'll always have some KPI set, right? Key product performance indicators, right? So you will set that up, and you would be like, okay, do I have the market share that I want to achieve? Do I have I captured at least 20% of the market to be called a market leader in this segment? Or do if you are running a website, do I have my DAUs and MAUs, which is that daily active users, monthly active users? What is my subscription monthly subscription fee average that is coming out of every subscriber? Things like that. You'll have your success metrics set, and then you will tally that as per how your product is actually performing. And based on that, what is working, not working for you, you'll re-strategize, and all these steps will come in again, in play. So these are the different steps here. And here in the third stage is where product design comes into the picture. And let me tell you, if I'm only going to talk about design, then your goal as a product manager will be to ensure that design is solving the problem that your product is setting out to solve. Now, your role as a product manager is not to sit and design and decide colors and all of that. You would do that, certainly. But your main goal as a product manager to understand design is to solve the problem that a product, that core element you need to realize. All right. Now, let me give you an example for this definition. It will help you understand better. Now, let's say after let's say by 12:30, I'll be like, okay, I'm done with the session. I've ended it. And you'll be like, okay, now it's 12:30. It's a Sunday morning. I feel like eating biryani, right? It's a Sunday morning. Everybody wants to relax. I want to eat chole bhature, or let's say rajma chawal, or whatever it is, right? So you would be like, okay, and I want to cook it. I'm excited. It's a good day. Chutti. I'm gonna make my Sunday biryanis and whatever dishes I feel like having. Where would you go? Which product will you use to actually make it at home? Make it at home, right? Or maybe you would go like, okay, I've studied about product management. Let me read about it more. Or UI UX. Let me study about UI UX more. What is that one product where you would get everything, all information regarding, let's say, recipes, if you want to search that, video content, informative content, if you want to use that, or let's say if you want to unwind, because 75 minutes you heard me speak, so you want to unwind listening to some music. What is that one product that hits your mind where all these three things can be done? YouTube, 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 YouTube. Excellent. See, 100% of you guys have written YouTube as the answer. Now, this is what you are supposed to create. This experience, the moment I did not tell you anything. You could have written any other product, any other platform that shows you these things, but YouTube, 100% answers in the chat window is YouTube, is because this product sets out to solve this kind of problem. If I'm expecting this out of, if something strikes my mind, everybody should think of this product or my product that I'm developing. Does this definition become a little bit clearer to you now? Yes or no in the chat window? Very quickly. Very quickly. Yes. So your problem is to develop a product that is going to solve that pain point that the customers will be thinking about. Now, based on that, let me help you understand with an example here as well, and let's bring design into the picture. Now, let's say we all use LinkedIn. We're all users of LinkedIn. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat window. I hope you all use LinkedIn, right? Those of you who don't use LinkedIn, please go after the session and make a LinkedIn account. Very, very important, right? LinkedIn, right? Now, what happens is, let's say we're all product managers sitting in the session today. All of us, each and every one of us are product managers. And we want to build an application just like LinkedIn, where we want people to come and connect professionally. Professional connections, networking is there. Second is we're going to cover one of the major issues that India faces, which is unemployment. So I would want one application where recruiters can come in, post in quality jobs, and obviously people are there and they can network and they can find good jobs. Simple vision that we have for our product, right? Now, all the creative people sitting in the audience today, I would want you to give me one name for an application. As product managers, what do you think one name you can suggest for an application that is just like LinkedIn? Let me see how many creative people are there in the audience today. I want you to name it. Divyam says, let's connect. All right, let's connect. Connect says Satish, Just Job. Nice, Manish. I like the name Just Job. All right. What else? What else? Pro Connect. All right. Not bad, Parichay. I like the name Pro Connect as well. What else? Come on, come on. Only 4-5 people participating. How many product managers? Wake yourself up. Connecto. All right. Jobs for you, says Abhishek. Ease Job, says Sunil. Join hands, Satish, says Satish. Join hands sounds very NGO, right? Easy going. No, easy jobs. Oh, Satyanarayan. I love the name. Employed. Nice, not bad. Hire for you. Unemployed. Vishwamitra said unemployed right off the bat. No creativity there, right? Okay. So I'm going to go with Satyanarayan's name, who uses it as employed, right? Work professional networking mode is there even on Bumble. Yes, Shivam. Yes, but I'm sure I'm very rare percentage of people would go on Bumble to do professional networking. I am sure of that, right? That target audiences are not really professional networking, right? There is Glassdoor and things like that. Anyways, I'm going to go with employed. That's Satyanarayan said. Now we are building this application called Employed, which is in competition with LinkedIn. And we have a simple mission that unemployment is what we're going to tackle. How? We want recruiters to come in and put in our jobs. Now, this is one feature that I'm working with my UI UX designer. So I tell him, this is the expectation. This is I want you to develop this feature where when, recruiters come in and they should find this create a job segment. Obviously, my product should have that segment, right? Create a job segment where recruiters can come in and post in their job. Now, after all the discussion that I've had with my UI UX designer, this is the design that he comes up with. Do you find any issue with this kind of feature, advertisement, or, this bar that we'll have? If you have any complaints, let me know in the chat window. What is it do you feel that is not right here? Because there's a lot that's not right here, right? What do you feel is not right here? It is just text. Exactly, Parichay. Text and too much text, right? Too much text. There is nothing other than text here. This is not user-friendly. Excellent, Manish. The text is also very confusing. Exactly, Ashmin. There are no CTA, there are no buttons. Exactly. There's no infographic. There's no color. There is no segmentation also, hell, right? This is just plain boring. This is not engaging. This is not cutting the, making the cut. So what happens is it took you a minute to read. Exactly. You don't even know. In fact, do you think if a recruiter will come, they'll be able to figure out that this bar is for, or this segment is for creating new jobs? Absolutely not, right? So what happens is we're all product managers now. We take this feedback and we go and give it to our UI UX designer. Obviously, that person is human. That person doesn't know what the customers are expecting, right? So now we take this feedback, we give it to our UI UX designer, and we say, "Arey bhai, this is not happening, that is not happening. Put this, put that. This is how exactly things will go forward," right? So what we do, he does it. He comes with the second version of things, and this is what he comes with. Do you think this is better than the earlier version? Yes or no in the chat window? Better. Yes, this can be made even better. I know there are a lot of experts. Yes, can be made, but this is a lot better from the previous version. Why? Because I can see now there is a tab, a separate tab which says create new job. There is some explanation. There are clear CTA buttons. There are colors that are being used. So basically what happened is there was nothing different from this design to that. Just few elements of design were added. That's it. That's it. The description remains the same. The text remains the same. Everything remains the same. But just by adding some colors, some segmentation, some buttons here, there, this took exactly the same, concept here and elevated it. Now I can use this as a feature. Now, like I said, again, for all the experts writing in the chat window, this can be made better. Yes, of course, I agree with you. This can be made a hell lot better, but still, this will still do the job for me, right? That first version, even if I release it, compared to this, and what is happening here, my point is not to tell you how better this can become. The point here is by just adding some colors, some segmentation, some design, the psychological effect that some I'll say some text is going to have on your audience is just some other level. It is going to be completely different. Even if you don't make any changes into something that was first considered bad, don't make any changes in kind of the text presentation. All you do is add some designing element. It will have a different effect. Obviously, now this, like I said, that is why I said there is no change between this and this in terms of texting. It's exactly the same, yet it appears so different to the eyes. Why? Because some elements of designs were added. And this is what you need to realize, how exactly your audience will perceive what you are trying to put forward, right? So what here is, you need to take care of 5 things, right? 5 different things once you are designing things as a product manager, not as a designer. As a product manager, these are the 5 factors that you must think. Now, before I do that, I want to ask everyone, what are some of your favorite products that you love to use? You know, love to use on an everyday basis, where your families go like, oh my God, I'm irritated with Milind, Vinay, Manish, Satish. Every time can you just stop using these? You're always there. So Divyam says Instagram. Divyam, I'm with you. I think my family is also irritated with me for using Instagram. Manish says LinkedIn. PUBG, Bhamin, all right, I'll count that in. It's quite irritating. All right. Millions again says Instagram. Only people are only using LinkedIn and Instagram and PUBGs. All right. So Snapchats are coming in, YouTube, Google, Cred, Twitter. All right, great. All right, e-commerce applications and things like that. Great, awesome, right? Now, why would you love these applications? Why do you love FB? Why do you love Twitter? Why do you love LinkedIn? Why do you love PUBGs? Why? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why am I so hooked onto these applications? Why do I open them at least 10 times a day? Even if I know there is nothing new updated there, every 10 minutes you'll be opening these, right? Shubham says he loves wasting time. That is why you go there, Shubham. Great, awesome. All right, UX, nobody thinks about UX. It gives you, but in terms of, it gives you a user, tons of information designed to be, oh yes, Shivam just stole my answer. Yes, Shivam Mishra. It gives you addictive experiences. All these applications that we say are our favorite application, information is that nothing matters for him. What matters is we go back is because we get addictive experiences out of these apps. Whatever is what we are expecting, they give us that and much more, right? So what happens is, here again, let me give you that example of YouTube I gave you a little while back, where I said I want to go and cook a recipe, I want to, let's say, study about product management, maybe I want to hear music. What did we do there? I did not tell you the name of the product. I did not tell you anything. I just told you what I want to experience. And then the name of the product you gave me, and everybody unanimously gave me the same name, right? That is the user experience forecast that you need to create, right? So as a product manager, that should be your aim, that the moment the people are feeling something, they should be able to name my product. Now let me give you another example. For example, I don't want to cook. I want to eat Sunday biryani, but I don't want to cook. What will I do now? I still want to eat my rajma chawal. I still want to eat my, let's say dosas and things like that. But I don't want to. No. Name me the product. I know what you will do. Exactly. See, everybody is writing Zomato or Swiggy. That's what you will do. User experience forecasting. You will go to these applications and you'll start that is the experience that you need to create. Now there are so many other products. There are Zepto and Uber Eats and whatnot is there, but the first two products that you will think about will be Zomato and Swiggy. That is the kind of forecasting you need to create in the mind of the customers throughout, right? Are you getting that? That is the experience you need to create. The moment your users feel an emotion, feel a feeling, they would know that this product is there in the market and this will satisfy my feeling, right? Number one, addictive user experiences. Write that down in your notepad. Addictive user experiences is what you need to create. Number one, only and only then will people use, because that is why I told you, why do you like your favorite products? Is because they give you that kind of experiences, great experiences. That is why you will go there. Number two, now rest of the points I will explain you in examples of products that you might not like using. Now, how many of you are users of IRCTC? Very quickly, let me know in the chat window. IRCTC website, and let me know what has your experience been. I'm sure everybody has used it at some point. How has your experience been using IRCTC website? Awful? Not good, not good. Exactly. It's irritating. It is annoying. Annoying. Exactly, Aruna. It is annoying. It is just not pleasant. And it frustrates you. Exactly, Shubham. Frustrating. Too many logouts, Shivam. Excellent. I completely agree with that. Just last week, I was booking a Tatkal ticket. Booking a Tatkal ticket is a nightmare. Right? Latency issues there. It is simple, but it is slow. And Pariche, that is what is irritating about it, right? I mean, it's logs out and there's so many steps involved into it, right? Recaptchas, yes, that hate it. I completely hate it, right? So what happens here is, I'll tell you why IRCTC gives us this example. I'm taking this example and everybody will connect over this example. Is number one, the number of clicks. Now, right from entering your ID details till the captchas and the clicks, there are so many clicks when you're using IRCTC website. It frustrates you. Always create products there. The number of clicks are limited. And let me tell you what is the limited amount, 3 to 5 clicks. Now, all the products that you love to use, think about it. That is all the clicks that you're doing. Going to Zomato, Swiggy to order your food, until and unless you're not sure about the food or the restaurant, then you will be clicking. But that is the clicks that you would want to do because you're researching. But if you know which product or which food category you want, you will go, you will select. Exactly, Manish, you've written the answer, right? You'll go, you'll select the food item, you'll add it into your basket, and you'll go 4 to 5 clicks maximum, and you've done your job, you're out of the application. That is it. And that is the patience level that we have as users as well. And if you see in a lot of applications where they don't want you to click, but they still want you to use your product, they've added the scrolling feature. Every application these days have scrolling feature. Why? Because they don't want you to keep on clicking to go to the next page. So you scroll, swipe, right? That is what you do. That is not irritating. Now, scrolling or swiping is not irritating, but clicking instantly is irritating. So that is why your clicks add to your user experience. The more you'll be clicking, the more irritated you will be getting, right? Third is now connected with clicking, The more you will click, the more it will test your user patience, right? Because you'll be like, oh my God, this job is not getting done. I'm clicking and clicking and clicking, and IRCTC becomes difficult, or any banking site for that matter of fact. You'll go to SBIs and all these banking sites, they're all irritating because of this. Now, I'll give you an example. There are other traveling sites as well. There's Make My Trip, there's booking.com and all of that, right? When you go to these websites, and the experience isn't harrowing, they're very smooth somehow. There also you're going and clicking. I'm not saying things are getting done in just 4 clicks, but still somehow it is not testing your patience the way IRCTC tests your patience, right? So because it's related to the number of clicks that you're making on these websites and platforms. Number 4 is cognitive load, right? Cognitive load is the pressure that your product will create on the user's mind, all right? Cognitively, mindset, right? Your product should be what? Simple, easy, and short. Can everybody write SES in the chat window very quickly? SES, simple, easy, short. Everyone. And let me tell you, this is the mantra. This is the mantra as product managers. Remember, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, when you become as product managers and you'll start building product now, this is one thing you should remember from this session that Afreen said, that, SES, simple, easy, short. Every product that you love to use is because of these 3 fundas. They're simple, they're easy, and they're shortest. Shortest sometimes the clicks, right? Simple, easy, short. And cognitive load is they do not create any pressure because they're so simple to use and easy to use. Now, IRCTC, if I have to book a Tatkal ticket, for example, one night before I'm stressed, 9 o'clock, let's say, let's say Sunday morning, I have to book a ticket. One night before, I'll be thinking, oh, I need to get up Sunday morning, 9:30, I should be up, 9:50, I should be logged in. Why? Because 10 a.m. Tatkal opens and I'll be like ready like a ninja, and I'll be like clicking, clicking, clicking. Why? Because there are only 40 tickets available and I need to book at least 5 tickets for my family. Does this happen with you? Yes or no? Let me know. So that cognitive load, imagine just to book tickets one night before I'm setting alarm. That should not be your experience whatsoever, right? So this cognitive load you should not create. It should be simple, easy. You should be like, okay, I'll go there. Maybe I'll not find a seat, but something will come up for me. Cognitive load should be the least. People should enjoy coming to your, let's say website, your application, or using your product, not feel a pressure to use it. 5 is fancy meter. Like the word says, just because you have the ability, or God has gifted the ability to humankind to foresee millions of colors, does not mean it will exist in your product. Keep your products aesthetically very pleasing. Instagram has made the word famous, aesthetics, very famous, right? Aesthetically pleasing. Like if you see YouTube, red and white, Snapchat, yellow and white, Instagram has this purplish and white, Facebook has its blue and white, Twitter has its blue and white, LinkedIn has its blue and white. Simple colors, nothing. They're the simple 2 colors. WhatsApp has its green, 2 shades of green that it uses. That's it. It does not mean that you have to throw everything. It also depends upon your, customer base, by the way. So, for example, if I'm sure a lot of people must be users of Nykaa here, Nykaa, right? Now, Nykaa's target audience are basically women, right? I'm not saying that men don't use it. Obviously, men also use, a lot of cosmetic products these days. But that being said, the larger target base for Nykaa is the females, right? How does Nykaa application actually look? How does it look? Let me know in the chat window. It's pink. It has used pink, pastel shades of pink, white. It gives you a very, very feminine feel to it, right? But if you go to an application called Cred, right? You start using it. It's black, right? It's bold. It's very, very out there, right? It gives you a very manly vibe. Now, again, I am saying that women don't do finances. Of course, they do that. But the target audience is basically the men, right? So it's made a very bold and brash kind of a appearance of all black. Now, if you go, let's say, to a website called Coco Melon or something like that, right? Choo Choo TV and all that. What is the audience target there? Target audience. It's kids. It has every color possible. It has sound. It has noises. It is just, it stimulates every sense that is there, right? Why? Because its target audience are kids. So also based on your target audiences, will you, customize the way you're presenting your apps, but still you will keep your fancy meter to the lowest possible level, where you're just giving them an experience, good experience, simple experience. One of the examples I can give you is Apple products as well. Even their showrooms, if you go to Apple products, they're so simple, they're so minimalistic, right? And if you go to their showrooms, they're all white. The walls are white and they have glass, showpieces. That's it. And a very simple, plain looking, products are kept. Apple keeps it that simple for your senses to hit. So fancy meter should always be very, very simple. What you need to focus is SES. Your product should be simple, easy, and short to use. A best example here I can give you are WhatsApp and YouTube. I'm sure you must have kids, nieces, nephews in your houses. I'm sure we all have them, right? Give them your mobile phone for a minute and you will see that those little buggers, even though they do not know how to read, even they do not know how to write, they will use your YouTube and they'll be watching their favorite video. In a minute, they will go, you don't even need to tell them where that application exists. They'll scroll through, they'll recognize YouTube from the logo or WhatsApp or whatever it is. They're either calling their Nana Nani or Dada Dadi from WhatsApp, or either they are, watching their favorite Chuchu TV channel and they are good to go. That is how simple your product should be. People who don't even need read and write, they're also somewhere the target audience there. And just by logos and icons, they can recognize and start using your product. Simple, easy, and short. The best example that I can give you here. With this, I covered design, and it's important for product management. I try to break it to the simplest level. Let me know if this was clear to everyone. Everyone understood it. It was not boring. If you find it's been boring, something else I can do, let me know in the chat window. You can give me your feedback, but let me know that if this all concept of design and why it's important for product managers, what exactly do product managers need to take away from designing, right? What is it that you need to design as product is clear to everyone. All good? Great. Awesome. Clear. Come on. Now everybody's energy is waning here. Come on. I want more answers. Yes, clear, not clear. Coming in the chat window. Good. Awesome. Right. With this, let's move towards understanding what is UI UX, because now you will be very easily able to understand what is UI UX, right? Now, user experience, UX. Now, if I explain the definition to you, you will understand. User experience design is the human first approach of designing, right? Now, again, I remember I told you, as user experience, you're not just be like, oh, I feel like designing a pink colored, application and add all beautiful cosmetics here and give it. No, you're not designing that. That is not design. Design is, again, what should be in the core pain point of your customers. As a product manager, always think of yourself. You're keeping yourself also in the center. Keep your customers in the center and their expectations in the center, and design your product around it. So you should always think, if my user will start using my website or my product, what is the first thing that they will expect? Like if you open Zomato or Swiggy, what is the first thing that you see there? The moment you open the very first page, there'll be top a search bar. Below that, you will have all these options of food that you will be like, okay, you want to eat burgers, you want to eat pizza, you want to eat biryani, you want to eat, vegetarian. All these options would be there, because that is your what you'll be expecting, one category out of it. And then below it will be your recommended restaurants, right? The top restaurants, maybe that is giving the offers that would be going on, where sale is going on, or 50% off, 60% off, that, because the second expectation will be like, people will be like, we want food, but let's eat it at a cheaper price. And then in the end, you'll have different more options. So expectations that my customers will have the moment they will log into Zomato and Swiggy, all those expectations, first page itself, that what the eyes will see will cover it. Yes, you go to Amazon, what happens there? We're going there for shopping. First things that we want as users, as Indians, we love deals, right? So you'll always have this carousel with the best offers, mobile phones, clothes, shoes, belts, or accessories, whatever. It'll all be running in carousel format then and there itself. And it'll tell you 50% off on this brand, 40% off on this brand, 30%. And then you'll have a list of items below it. But what my users are expecting right off the bat? Great deals. So the moment you log on to these apps, as per your user expectation, your eyes will meet it first. So human first approach. of designing your product. Meet their expectations. You don't use any product for its color. What Facebook can change its color from blue to red. It will not make any difference in your life. Why? Because you're not going there for the blue color or the white color or the red color. You're going there for the experience that Facebook gives you, or Amazon gives you, or Myntra gives you, or Nykaa gives you, or any other product gives you, right? So that is there. Now, that is UX, all right? That is UX. And let me tell you, user experience is something that you feel from the moment you log in into an app till the time you're logging out. Once you start using a product, till the time you stop using the product, everything that you face in between is a user experience, right? What is a UI? UI is now the look and the feel. It is beyond experience, right? Experience is a much larger thing. UI is the look. Now comes the color, the presentation, the kind of fonting that you're using in your applications. Every app has its, LinkedIn has its different fonting, Instagram has different fonting, Facebook has different fonting, right? So that presentation, the visual representation that any product has, is the called as the user interface, right? So that is the major difference between UI and UX. And if I do an apple to apple comparison here, is this will really help you explain UI versus UX. Now, UX, if I talk about user experience, this you can face or experience in physical as well as digital products. So right now you are using a laptop or maybe a mobile phone to watch this webinar. These are what? Your physical products. So you get a user experience, right? Now, some of you must be using MacBooks, some of you must be using your, simple, devices, your Dells and your HPs and things like that. Both these products give you different experiences. Some might be using iOS devices, some might be using Android devices. Again, both these, they are mobile phones, but they give you different experiences. Digital product, but you are using Zoom application to watch this webinar. Zoom is a digital product, right? So that is exactly what you are. Again, Satish, patience. I'm going to give you example for everything. So UI is UI is what? UI is what you see, what you feel. Now, not feel, what you see in an application. That is UI, Satish, right? Experience is obviously Zoom is one platform that is giving you experience to watch this webinar or any other webinars or whatever meetings that you have in your organization. That is where you conduct this. So physical and digital products. You're holding a pen, you're sitting on a bed, you have a chair in front of you. All of that, they all give you some kind of experience. So UX can be felt in physical and digital products. But when I talk about UI, the term UI, it is only used for digital products. And when I say digital, it means your applications, your websites, not for physical products. Physical products, yes, there is a designing element to it, but you don't call that designing element UI. So that's the biggest difference that you need to understand as product managers, as users, whatever it is, between UI, UX. UX is in digital and physical. UI is only and only in your digital products, the term UI. All right. The focus again in UX is the full experience. Remember, I told you, right from you log in till the time you're logging out, complete experience is your user experience, right? What is the focus of UI? UI are those different visual touch points. For example, how exactly does the login button in Facebook look like? How does the login button in YouTube look like? How does the login button in Instagram look like? That is one element. Once you log in, how does the search bar look like, right? Where is a lot of times search bars, what do you see? When you click on the search bar, it'll give you some drop down menu. Options would already be there, right? And some search bars are plain simple. The moment you'll click on it, it'll just be like clicking on tab will be there. So what is that? That is also a UI, a presentation of how you're doing it, what needs to be seen first, what needs to be seen next, how your add buttons are there. Let's say you add things to your basket, the +1, -1 buttons that you usually see, right? Those are all different touch points that you have, payment buttons, payment options, all of that. They're all different visual touch points. That is UI. Are you clear with what exactly UI is? Different points where your users will individually come and touch, and that will result to something is called your UI, right? So UX is what? UX, it creates solutions, design solutions for the pain point, right? Overall, if there is hunger is your issue, ordering food without cooking, hunger at any point in the night, day, afternoon, Zomato. That is the experience that these apps, Zomato or Swiggy, will give me. But what is the combination of your typography, the color palettes, the buttons, the animation, the imagery? That is UI. You remember that LinkedIn example that we took, that app that we were building in the very starting? That was an example of UI. We were building a UI. When we added colors there, create a job. Remember, yes or no? Let me know in the chat when you remember that LinkedIn, job application that we were building. That was an example of UI. We added some color palette into it, some buttons into it. There was no animation or imagery added, but certainly that is how the UI effect comes into the picture, right? What is that it results in? It results in product that will delight the users with effective. When I said delight, addictive experiences. Remember the word that I said that you need to circle it or write it down again if you have not written it. Your purpose for creating a great users is till the time you are creating that addiction towards your users, right? Addictive experiences is what you need to be aiming at. And in UI, products, design it with the look and the feel of the product that is very aesthetically pleasing. Remember, I told you, go simple on color. Simple, easy, short is what your UI is. Bare minimum colors, 2 colors maximum is what you should be using. Do not overload the senses of your customers with just colors that they do not want to come and use your product because they find it overwhelming, right? Keep things simple. Now, what happens here, let me tell you, for new product managers, the biggest problem is they think designing, right? Or if I talk about UI UX, means 75% of the time they start focusing on UI and 25% is what they give to UX. And that is where they fail as product managers. Or probably even if the product or the concept, the vision is good, the product fails. You should be working on opposite. 75% of your time should go on building a great user experience, and 25 because UI can be changed at any time, any time, right? But your user experience really takes a different kind of, it takes a different thought process for you to build that, right? So now let me tell you, let me take customers first undergo with you. No, Satish. UI is there definitely for your first impressions. It's certainly there. But for you to become a loyal customer or an engaged customer, the UX should be great. That is why I said 25% of your time must go in designing a good UI. But if your UX is not good, however beautiful your product or looks like, customers will not stay. WhatsApp, take one example. Do you think WhatsApp does not have competitors? It has Telegram, it has Signal, it has other local applications that might look much better than what WhatsApp looks like. But why does people across the world actually use, across continents, countries, language barriers also use WhatsApp? Satish, what would be your answer to that? Is because it gives you that user experience that no other application is giving worldwide. Every country you go, WhatsApp is the number one messenger app it's doing because it's so easy to connect. You and anyone who has it is just connecting it. It's like I said, Telegram is also there, Signal is also there. I don't know, all local apps are also there. They're also giving you the same talking and chatting and calling options. But still, I'm telling you, anywhere you go in the world, people are using WhatsApp. It gives you, it's very easy. It just meets the expectations. It's that simple, right? So that is what needs to be there. And here I'll tell you why that UI UX example, IRCTC, I'll go back to it. What do you think would be your experience if IRCT makes its website the most beautiful website you have ever seen, right? But it does not work on the user experience. Do you think your experience on using IRCTC will change if they make it the most beautiful looking website in the world? Yes or no in the chat window. This will clear all your doubts. Yes or no? If IRCTC makes it very beautiful looking app, does not work on the user experience at all, do you think you will have any change in your opinions? Absolutely not. Absolutely. That is why I said UI is not the importance. It's not should be the main focus here. It should be a focus. I'm not saying it's not important, but 75% of your energy as a product manager must go on building a great user experience. Because if your user patience is getting tested, their cognitive load, their, you are just not making it in simple, easy for them to use, people will leave and you'll always have competitors going back. Right. So always remember that. And here I'll take one simple example also, by the way. Abhishek says UX, does it solve the problem you have? UI, what are the steps needed to enable you to do it? I think that is the differentiator. Yes, exactly. Exactly. UX is figuring out, like I said, Abhishek, put your customers' pain points in the center. You put that, and then you design any experience. That the moment, remember I told you, the moment your customer comes, start using the product, the first major problem it should tackle is the problem. Like I said, you go to Zomato, food and food options, right? That is what hunger demands. That, okay, I feel either you know what you want to eat, or either you're indecisive of what you don't know how to eat, or what you want to eat, sorry, right? That is the first thing that it tackles there. The moment you log into Zomato and Swiggy, it is telling you, you want to eat pizza, burger, Mughlai, vegetarian, this, that. Nowadays, Navratris are going on. So a lot of Navratri deals and everything is thalis and everything is on offer. It gives you that option then and there itself. So it's easier for you to decide, even if you're indecisive. So they're solving that problem for you, right? And UI is obviously how you go about ordering, the step by step, right? Now here I'm going to explain it by a very simple, relatable example. Let's talk about a ketchup bottle. Now, let me take you down some memory lane here. How many of you, if I talk about at least 15, 20 down here, the memory lane, there used to be this one product that Javed Jafri used to do this, advertisement about, and it used to be called It's Different. How many of you remember this advertisement? No one remembers it. Javed Jafri, It's Different. Exactly, Kishore, right? Maggie tomato ketchup. Maggie tomato ketchup, it used to come, and it used to be one of my favorite ads, at the time when I was a kid, right? So you remember that bottle? Basically, what I'm saying is, that bottle that used to come, that broad bottom, narrow mouth, glass bottle, all of that. Can you tell me some pain points that you faced with that bottle? Because I remember my mother giving me a good beating out of it, because I mishandled the bottle a few times. I kind of broke it, right? Manish, glass bottles, not packets, nothing. I'm not talking about that. 10, that's why it took you 15, 20 years down the line, right? 15, 20 years down the line, if I'm talking about a bottle that somehow, here I've taken Heinz's example, but a bottle that looks exactly like this. Do you think there was some problem with this kind of a ketchup bottle? Exactly, Shovraj, we all had to wait for the ketchup to come out. Aja, aja, aja. Yeah, the cap, right? The cap was one of the issues. It used to come with these metal caps. If you remember, in India still, the glass bottles come with, it requires a bottle opener. I don't know why. Breaking, yes, Shailesh, that's an excellent pain point. Because made of glass, it was very susceptible to breaking. And that is why my mother gave me a bashing, because I've broken few bottles. It was heavy, says Abhishek, right? It had, it was very heavy to handle. You had to really bang the bottom for the ketchup to come out. So you could not control the flow. So either a lot of ketchup was there on your plate, or very little ketchup was there on your plate. Then again, who are the target or customers for ketchup market? Do you know that? Can you let me know in the chat window who are the target customers for ketchup industry worldwide? Worldwide, exactly, Manish, Abhishek. They're kids, children, young adults. They are your target audience. Now you imagine, is this a wise product to give children, kids, this heavy glass bottle that is prone to breaking? You cannot take it out on picnics. You cannot take it out on journeys and things like that. Is this a wise choice of packaging your product for audiences who are very prone to breaking these things? Absolutely not. Now, this feedback was taken, and actually Heinz did this research for the very first time. It was then copied by Maggie, but in India, Maggie was the first one to actually do that. Maggie, Nestle should be the brand which did it, right? So what happened is, when all these pain points, that it's breakable and, it's not user-friendly and, everything. Now, remember here, the product remains good. Everything is good about the product. It's just the packaging that we are talking about. What happened is, it kind of revolutionized the way packaging was done for ketchup. And in India, Maggie was the first one, or Nestle was the first one to do it. Exactly, Abhishek, right? And they developed this product that covered every pain point that was going back. And Pichku came into existence. How many of you are now aware of Pichku? Great product, completely revolutionized the ketchup industry game in at least in our country, right? And they came out with a plastic option. It was easy to carry, it was easy to take out, and majority of us Indians want every penny to be earned, so we used to add water. And if you remember the end, the ketchup, when you used to stay back, it's not, they would always add these water, so that the ketchup comes out and everything. But in Pichku, everything we do that. You were, even if the last bit of ketchup you could not get out, you could just help cut the packet from between, from a scissor, and get the ketchup out, right? It could be used as a refillable. You could take it out on journeys. It was safe with the kids. Every pain point was covered with just this Pichku packet, right? Heinz basically came out with this plastic kind of an inverted bottle, wide mouth. You could control the flow. All of the issues were taken care of. But now, do you see in this bottle there are these corners in the side, these edges on the side that they're given. They could have just designed an inverted rectangular bottle also, but they gave this design element. Why? Why do you know? Why do you think they did that? Why were these curves added to the bottle? Easy to handle, just to hold it, right? Holding, in more technical terms, you call it the ergonomics, right? For better grip, exactly, right? But let me tell you, this is a design element that kind of gives you that better grip feeling psychologically. Let me tell you, if you grip it from here also, and you squeeze it, you'll still get the ketchup out. You grip it from here, squeeze it, you'll get the ketchup out. But somehow, by adding this design element, it gives the user the feel that, yes, this is the place I'm supposed to grab it. I get a great grip here. And here is where, when I squeeze it, I'll be able to control the ketchup better. Do you not feel this? Let me know. Nobody is it where it's written anywhere. But somehow, when we hold things, wherever the cuts are made, we may hold that. We always get that psychology. Yeah. I'm in control of this thing. It gives you that kind of a feeling. This is what the UI does, right? It gives you that control, that psychological effect on your customers. That, like I said, even if this was a rectangular bottle, you would have still held it from the center and squeezed it. Yes or no? But adding that element gives you a user experience, that this design, those grips, those some of the bottles will also have that finger marks, right? Literally the finger cutouts will be there, that you're using it. It's creating an experience. It's a UI that is giving you a UX. So here, like I said, here there was no complaint about the product quality. Quality remains the same, but if your design is like this, your experience is this. But if you change little bit of your design, your UI gets, the user experience becomes different. So these are all interrelated with each other. Now, with this, I come to the very end of the session, where I've talked about design, I've talked about UI, UX, I have talked about how it is different. Now you let me know if you understand UI, UX and the basic difference of it little bit more clearly than you started the session, right? And you don't only understand design, you understand it from the perspective of a product manager. And like I said, there are only 3 skills that a product manager should universally master. I'm telling you, you want to become a product manager in US, Australia, UK, India, Middle East, go anywhere in the world. 3 skill sets. One is your business sense. Second is understanding of technology. And third is building great user experiences, because your customers don't see your business model. They don't even care. You don't care about WhatsApp's or Instagram's business model or their technological stacks. No, we don't. As users, we just think about user experiences. And that is why it is important as a skill for you to develop this, right? Now, how many of you are very serious about your transition to a product management and you would want to build this skill set into you? Let me know in the chat window as serious or very serious, because I see a lot of yeses coming in where you've understood the difference between product management. I try to keep the explanation simple. I try to keep it jargon free. And I hope this has been informative enough, but I see a lot of very seriousness coming in. Now, for those of you who want to learn this as a skill set, this is where Insaid will come into the picture, right? And I'm going to change my game a little bit. I'm going to change my presentation here also a little bit. Let me know if you can see this blue screen now, right? Very serious, awesome. So everyone who's writing in very serious, let me tell you how we change the game, right? Insaid here comes into the picture, and we help in grooming India's next generational product leaders. And how exactly do we do that? obviously we introduced 3 flagship programs. Now, this is for all the serious candidates who are really looking forward for their career transition, right? You're not joking about your career plan. You're not joking about transitions. You really want to transition, let's say in the next 6 months to a year. If you want to transition as product management, these are the programs that we have built with research from some of the top product managers in the industry. And when I talk, we are talking about product managers from Microsoft, Google, Adobe. These are just some of the companies with whom we have discussed and developed a program which gives you an end-to-end approach, our 3, 6, and 10-month program. And let me tell you how are they different from each other. I'll give you a quick walk down here as well, right? Here is, I'm sure a lot of you are from non-product backgrounds. You don't have experience in building products. So that is why we have a lot of people who are from product backgrounds, because hell, even product managers need to update their skills, right? There's certain skills that you have and certain skills you don't. We have a lot of product managers who are part of our programs, but our majority crowd is from non-product backgrounds. So what we do is in term 1, we bring everybody to the same platform. We introduce product management. We talk about what is product management, who's a product manager. In fact, even the importance of research. Remember, I started my session with research in term 1. With this, you come to the same platform. Everybody is on the same page, and your real learning as a product manager will begin from term 2, which is product strategy and roadmap, right? So product strategy and roadmap is your very first important steps, the vision building, the strategy building. How do you build your roadmaps? And best part at Insaid is we do that with tools. So tool-based learning, it's very important for product managers to know different tools. So product plan, I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but product plan is one of the topmost tool used in different industries to build product roadmaps. That is how we'll tell you how to build your roadmaps, right? We want you to be well equipped, not only theoretically, but practically as well, right? Term 3 is about product design thinking. How do you do your pre-PRDs? How do you do your persona mapping? All these kind of concepts will be covered in term 3. And let me tell you, the first 3 terms will focus on building your mindset as a product manager. 2 very important areas that you need to focus upon, your mindset and your skill sets. Can everybody write MS in the chat window? M stands for mindset, S stands for skill set. MS, 2 things you should always be sharpening as a product manager. First 3 terms will work upon sharpening your mindset. And this will end with a mission design discovery, right? It's a project work that you will be doing. Now, for those of you who are confused, who just want to test the waters of product management, who just want to see whether product management is meant for me. You're interested, but you're not sure it's your direct, career path. The 3-term program is for you, because it will give you enough insight into the world of product management. 3-term. But those of you who are very sure that product is your calling, product management is your future, the 6 and the 10-month program is for you, is because from term 4, we'll start building your skill set. And UI UX for product managers come into the picture with a tool called Figma. Now, how many of you are aware of a tool called Figma? Figma was in the news last week when Adobe took over it, but that is what we use, the tool Figma. And UI UX designers across the world, some of the top UI UX designers design their, mock-ups, their wireframing is all done on Figma, and that is exactly what we'll be covering. How do you build your wireframes? How do you build your mockups? UI UX is what we will cover in term 4 with the tool called Figma for all of you. Term 5 is product engineering. Again, I understand not everybody is from technical backgrounds, but it is very important to understand the technical aspects that goes in building your product, right? Remember, I told you API integration, CDNs, cloud servers. These are the kind of discussions that you will anyways face once you are working as product managers with your tech teams, with your engineers, right? So you should not be like aloof of it. You should know what these kind of technological, integrations that happen in your product. Every concept of technical concepts will be covered here, so that once you are working as product managers, you know what at least these terms stand for, and you can have a productive discussions with your engineering team. So product engineering is term 5 for us. Term 6 is product marketing launch. Very, very important for product managers to know how to market and launch their products. And let me tell you, some of the top product managers are some of the best CEOs that you've seen. Product managers, make some of the best CEOs of companies is because they understand product and they understand customers so very well. Let me give you a few examples. Sundar Pichai was a product manager, one of the exemplary CEOs of Google. We have Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos was a product manager, went on to become this great visionary for Amazon. And my personal favorite, Steve Jobs. I don't think anybody, I think he set standards for marketing and launching products when it comes to Steve Jobs, right? They were all product managers, went on to become some really great names in terms of leading organizations, right? So very important for product managers to understand how to product and market and launch their products. All those concepts will be covered there. And then the entire program will climax with a major product. Mind you here, this is not a project, it's a product that we are talking about here. And in this term, you will actually be building a product from grounds up, right? Grounds up means you'll be ideating on your own, you'll be building on your own, and this will be your product. And let me tell you, no other program in India gives you this guarantee of building a product, right? So how many of you are actually excited about building a product? Let me know in the chat window. Very, very quickly, let me know how many of you would want to. And let me tell you, even if you're not from a non-product background, coming from, this will help you when you go for your interviews. You can impress the recruiters and tell them, even if I'm not product backgrounds, I have the knowledge of actually building a functional model of building a workable product, right? Major product. Now, once you build the product, like I said, does your responsibility as a product manager end? Absolutely not. Now your responsibility as a product manager begins, because now you have to grow and scale your product. This is the difference, Milind, between a project manager and a product manager, right? Project manager's job end once he's launched the project, he's given it to the target audiences, done and dusted, move to the another project there. Products manager job is to scale, study the market and scale it, grow it, take it from, if the user base is 1 million, take it to 2 million users, take it to 5, 10, a billion users. That is the major difference between project manager and a product manager. You asked that question at a very, very crucial timing, right? So now for you to scale, what do? Number one, analytics for product manager. You need to study the market, right? You need to analyze your product. How do you do that? Different tools. Google Tools is one of the tools that we will be using and teaching our students to analyze the product. Term it growth and scaling. How do you grow your product? How do you scale it? Take it to millions and billions. Every concept will be covered there. And term 9 is product monetization. All the top products in the in the world across the globe are free. WhatsApp is free, Instagram is free, YouTube is free, yet they are billion-dollar industries. How? Well, your GTM strategies, freemium models, all of that concepts of product monetization will be taught in term 9. And this entire program will come to an end with a capstone product. This is where you'll be doing a group analysis of a live a case study of a product, right? Now, like I said, end-to-end approach, introducing you to the concept of product management till the time you're growing, scaling, and understanding monetization is all we cover. Your mindset, your skill sets, everything we cover in our 3, 6, and 10-month program. And let me tell you the price points here, right? The price point usually is 1 lakh, 2 lakh, and 3 lakh rupees respectively. But we are looking for next batch of admissions, which is going to start from the 8th of October, or our next batch, which is going to start from November. And I want you to reserve your seats now, because in this webinar, there has to be some webinar bonuses, right? I bring you 20 Insaid Vision scholarships, right? Not at 10%, not at 20%, in fact, 70% Insaid Vision scholarship I bring to 20 first signups and registrations that I have here. And what does that do is it will take your 3, 6, and 10-month program, that 1, 2, and 3 lakh rupees directly. This is a webinar exclusive to 29,000 plus GST for your 3-month program, 59,000 plus GST for your 6 months program, and 88,500 for our plus GST for our 10-month program. The direct 70% cut is what you see. And all you need to do is sign up on the Google form that my co-host has there in the chat window, right? So Vineet, if you would be kind enough to put in the Google form here in the chat link, directly you can sign up. And what you need to do is simple, nothing. All you need to do is sign up on the Google form, put in your basic details. And let me even show you the Google form here, right? And I only want the serious candidates. Abhishek, if you've already paid yesterday, good. You do not need to sign up again. Awesome. Welcome to Insaid. Welcome to Insaid. And thank you for being so patient, and listening to this session even till today, right? So all you need to do is right now today, sign up on the Google form, put in your name, email ID, phone number details. That would do. And what will, and some basic questions, right? Submit the form. 10-second simple form. Now, what that will do is this will help our admissions team get connected with you. They will call you up right after the webinar. First thing first, discuss your profile, right? Whichever profile you have, I'm sure we're all coming from different profiles, right? Not product profiles mostly. Discuss your profile, discuss your career transition journey, number one. Number two, any question regarding the program that you have, that, and then you move ahead to register for the program, right? Ashmin, just coming back to the prices here again, do not worry, sorry. Coming here again, just give me a minute, right? All you need to do is sign up on the Google form right now. And like I said, I want only serious candidates to, participate. And if I come back here, Ashmi, it is 29,000 plus GST for the 3-month program, 59,000 plus GST for our 6 months program, and 88,500 for our most advanced 10 months program, right, Ashmin? I hope you have gone through this, right? And why exactly do I want to, Pooja, no, this is not a government certified. We are not a UGC, a university here. This is a certificate program. It is not government certified. We are an autonomous body in ourselves, right? Okay. So why Insaid? Number one benefit, online live instructor-led classes. Just like this webinar is live, it is online. I hope nobody feels it's a recording. That is how exactly all our classes are going to be on the Zoom platform, online and live. And best part, weekend classes. We do not call you. We understand you're working professionals. We will never call you on a weekday and say, let's do a class on a Monday evening or a Tuesday, Thursday evening. Never. We'll always have weekend classes and morning classes. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right? So these are our time slots that are there, 8 a.m. or 11 a.m. Depending upon your availability, you can select the time slots. Number third, every student will be given exclusive dashboard accesses, right? You'll have your own ID, you'll have your passwords, and there you will find comprehensive study material, your PPTs, right? Engaging video material, your pre-read material, post-read material, every study resource that you need to do will be associated, here in with the student dashboard here. That being said, let's say you miss your morning classes because you probably overslept, or let's say some previous engagement was there, professional or personal. Do not worry. Everywhere our classes get recorded and they will be uploaded the very same day in your LMS or your dashboards. So if you miss your morning classes, do not worry. By evening, you will certainly be able to watch your recordings, catch up with your classes so that you're ready for your next week classes, right? And when I talk about industry and what your faculty, which actually matters, more than anything, let me tell you, I'm very proud to show you that our faculties belong to some of the top MNCs or top industries in the world. We have senior product managers from Microsoft. We have senior product manager from Amazon, PayPal. Hell, we even have a vice president of product management from Spinny who will be part of your faculty structure. In fact, let me take you to our website here and show you and share with you their profiles here. For those of you who are writing, which university are we affiliated with? We are not a government affiliated or any kind of UGC program. We are an autonomous body and we have our own programs that we are very proud to be associated with. In fact, I would want you to, all of those who are looking for association with any university, we are not associated Parichay. In fact, go to our LinkedIn page, check out our alumni section and see all the top professionals and organizations from which we have our students associated with and reaping benefits of our program. Pooja, we are 4-year-old institute here that have been doing and dealing with the, programs. Parichay, recognition is obviously, I will tell you, Go to our alumni sections and certainly check out the top people who are doing the programs with us and all the companies they come from and reaping benefits of our program. That being said, let me show you, once you visit our website, check out our program, you will have a detailed, syllabus explanation here. So every term, what you will be studying, what exactly will be happening will be part here, explained in detail, in depth on the website. That being said, you will be exposed to 35 plus tools. And when I say that, Miro, Trello, Figma, Jira, these are just few of the tools that you will be learning along your journey here at Insaid with us. 35 plus tools you'll be exposed to. And that being said, these are our faculty profiles here. You'll have top faculties come here, do your research. In fact, I guarantee, do even their LinkedIn profiles, search their LinkedIn profiles, and you would know the clarity, the crystal clarity that I give you in the sessions on our faculty, which is amazing. So just imagine the case studies, right? The kind of experience you're going to have in the classrooms once you'll be learning from these faculties, at Insaid. It's going to be absolutely, absolutely enlightening. Learning products from product managers. It doesn't get better than that, right? All you need to do is sign up on the Google form that my co-host has posted in the chat window. And like I said, I only want serious candidates to consider this, who are looking forward to transitioning into product in the coming 6 months, in the coming 10 months, where you want to be sitting and giving product interviews. This is there. But based on just not 70% scholarship, I also have webinar advantages worth 40,000 rupees here in this session. And that is the best part about this webinar. The number one benefit that we have is India's number one job assistance program, right? What is India's job assistance program? We call it Product Management Career Launchpad. Now, this is not just a weekend or 1 or 2 day launchpad program that we run. It is a 30-day, 4-week long extensive training program that we run, in which, number one, we customize our resume as per the need of a product manager. Right now, all of you who are interested in becoming product managers, does your resume speak the language of a product manager? I'm sure it does not. We will make ATS friendly customized resumes for the your resumes, so that they speak the language of a product manager. They actually get shortlisted for product manager interviews, right? Sharp, crisp resumes. Then we'll start working upon building your product portfolio. All right. So along with an impressive resume, you'll have a product portfolio that will talk about all the assignments, projects, and in fact, even the major product that you have built will be all mentioned in this crisp product portfolio, right? That being said, you'll also have a live PM job analysis factor here. So at Insaid, we have career coaches. Any point in time you would feel like having a discussion with a career coach regarding your career, your resumes, anything. In fact, even interview preparations, our career coaches will be there to help you out. Secondly, we have speakers coming in from every industry: edtech, fintech, automobile, infratech, healthcare, any sector that you talk about. They will be coming in. Product managers from these industries will be coming in and giving you live job analysis, right? Then in the end, towards the end of your program, we conduct mock interviews, one-on-one mock interviews. So let's say Mang companies are your target companies, Tesla, Amazon, Infosys, TCS, any of these companies are your dream companies. We will conduct mock interviews for you. We'll ask you technical questions, analytical questions, behavioral questions, company specific questions, every type of questions that a product manager is thrown at, so that you can build your confidence. You do not do any mumbling when it happens to the live interviews. You are well prepared in having these kind of scenarios, these mock interviews that a product manager must have. And then we'll help you identify your target opportunities, right? So that will help you in becoming a successful product manager. Now, let me tell you, a product career launchpad is an add-on feature. It does not come with our regular programs. This is a webinar exclusive. And just for this webinar, if you sign up and you register for a program, you get this add-on feature absolutely free of cost in your program journey. So not only do you get a 70% scholarship, you also get this product management 4-week extensive training program included absolutely free of cost in your program journey. So what exactly are you waiting for? Sign up on the Google form. Like I said, simple 10-second form, your name, details, get connected with our admissions team, discuss your profile, discuss your, any questions about the program that you have, and move ahead to register. Let me tell you, the registration costs are 3,000 rupees, but that 3,000 will be part of your full and final fees as well. So that's not an extra fee that you will be paying. That being said, let's say you tell me, Afreen, everything sounds good, the syllabus sounds good, these offers sound good, but what if right now, even though I'm interested in doing a 10-month program, I don't have the budget for it, right? I usually probably have a budget just for a 6 months program. Do not worry. Even if you register for a 6 months program or a 3-month program, you can upgrade to a higher tier program at any point during our program journey. Remember, only upgrade, no downgrades. You can upgrade to our program at any point in the journey and move to the next level. All you need to do is pay the differential fee. No extra, any other enrollment, 3,000 registration fees you'll have to pay. Absolutely free upgrades, and only the differential fees will be need to pay. So no cost switch to a higher tier program. So right now in this session, if you register, not only do you get a 70% waiver, you also get free upgrades to our other program. A second bonus that you get is industry specialization course. So if your target companies again are the top FANG companies, the MANG companies, Apple, Amazon, Google, which we mostly aim at, we bring you PM at Scale Bootcamp. Now, what happens in these at Scale Bootcamp is product managers from these top organizations, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, the companies that you see, they will come and they'll give you boot camp sessions, 1 week long boot camp sessions. They'll talk about product analytics, engineering, vision, strategy building, everything that a product manager needs to understand from these organizations. And this will be a 1 week long boot camp session. Again, this is an add-on feature, but this will be included absolutely free of cost in your program journey. Best part, at the end of this bootcamp session, you will get signed certificates from the product managers of these organizations. That makes the deal much, much sweeter, because this add-on certificate will be added in your product portfolio, right? So again, included absolutely free of cost. Like I'm telling you, imagine understanding how products get built in Facebook or Microsoft. This is what you'll need to understand. And once you get that insight, it will really, really help you in cracking those final interviews if you're going ahead for these organizations. All you need to do, sign up on the Google form. Interested candidates, sign up on the Google form, have your one-on-one discussion with our sales team, and step towards your dream journey in the field of product management, right? So 40,000 rupees worth of benefits in form of career launchpad and scale bootcamp is what I include you, along with the 70% scholarship. Here, I would want everyone who's signed up on the form to write signed up so that I can personally call out your name. Now, some of you must be like, okay, again, everything is good, but something is holding me back. And affordability is your issue. Let me know how many of you have this affordability issue coming up at your end. Is affordability an issue? Well, let me tell you, EMI options is what we bring to the table. We understand the need of our customers completely. And the best part, we will bring you interest-free 0% EMIs to your table, right? No interest charged from our end. What you have on your screen right now, 24,220, 69,620, and 1,05,20 are the I would say GST included fees. Absolutely crystal and clear. No hidden cost here, right? GST included fees of both the three programs. Once you register with 3,000 rupees, right? Like I said, they will be adjusted in your final fee. They have been adjusted here, and your EMIs come down to as low as 2,600 for our 3-month program, 5,500 for our 6 months program, and 8,500 for our 10-month program, right? As simple and as basic that. 2,600, less than 3,000 rupees, right? And that being said, let me tell you, we have financial partners with us, associated with us, that can help you pay the fee. We have debit card EMI facilities, credit card EMI facilities, different duration of your EMI tenure. All of that can be discussed with our admissions team. Do remember, once you've signed up and you want to avail EMI facilities, let our admissions team know that you would be taking, and they will give you all the entire plan, and discussion can go forward in that way. Right? So PGP, like I said, less than 9,000 rupees per month. If you want to do a 10-month program, less than 6,000 rupees, in fact, 5,500 for our 6 months program, and less than 3,000 rupees for your 3-month program. We go out on weekends, we go out, the festivals are right around the corner, the Shera, Diwali, everything is coming. Easily, you'll spend more than rupees 3,000 on food, festivities, things like that. And this will not have an ROI in the long run, right? This is an investment in yourself, right? One of my very favorite philanthropist, entrepreneur, Warren Buffett, if you're a fan of Warren Buffett, says the best investment that you can do is in yourself. And somehow as Indians, we always question when we are investing in ourselves. This will have your ROIs in lakhs, if not, in the future, if you invest in yourself. Less than 3,000 rupees per month, right? 2,600 for your 3-month program. All you need to do is sign up on the Google form that my co-host has posted in the chat window. Winnie, could you just post the Google form link once again in the chat window so that the follow-up could come in, right? So this is there. Satish says he's paid yesterday. Awesome, Satish, which is good. Right now, I see Rahul, I see Satyanarayanan, I see Bhavna, I see Aruna, I see Thomas, I see Vineet, I see Vishal, I see Tamsha, I see Gaurav, I see Chakri. Everyone has signed it. Only 7 seats remain. 13 of my seats have already gone. Last 7 seats remain here. Now, let us ask some questions here. Who will teach you in the program? Remember, I just shared their profiles. Senior product managers from Microsoft, Google, Adobe, Teradata. These are just some of the faculty profiles that we have who will be teaching you product managers. They're all product managers. We don't have any college professors or institution leaders. Is the program the right fit for your goals? Even if you're coming from non-tech backgrounds, is one of the most common questions that we get. Let me tell you, you do not require any programming background, no coding, no MBAs, no nothing. All you need to be is to be a working professional. Even if you have 1 year experience or 30 years of experience, it does not matter. You can be part if you're a working professional. And most important thing, if you have the passion to learn, if you have the passion to dramatically move forward in your career, then this program is meant for you. This is one of the end certificates that you're eligible of getting. Every student is eligible of getting 2 certificates. One is certificate of completion, which every student will get irrespective, because they'll complete the program, submit their projects, you'll get your certificate of completion. Certificate of merit that you see on your screen is an optional certificate. You will get it after you take up an examination. Again, it's an optional, no cost charged for taking up the examination, and you secure a certain required percentage. Once you get that percentage, the certificate of merit will be issued and you'll have this certification ID. Best part about this ID is this is a shareable ID. You can share it with recruiters, you can share it with within your organization. This will test the authenticity of the certificates. And let me tell you, we have we have lifetime warranty on our certificates, and all your details from your name, your certificate, your batch, date of issue, everything will be mentioned very, very clearly on your certificates, right? Right now, you're on a success path. Let me tell you, if you are very serious about your product journeys, right? All you need to do, the success path is today. You're going to fill up the form. You're going to get connected with the admissions team, have your one-on-one discussion. You want to take your EMI path, whatever it is, register for the program. Once you have registered, remember I told you the dashboard accesses, and best part, I did not tell you, your dashboard accesses, you'll have lifetime access to it. So even if you complete your program 6 months down the line, 10 months down the line, and somewhere you want to go back after 2 years and look back at all the content that you had, videos that you had, you can always log in and check it out, right? Lifetime warranty do you have. That exact dashboard you'll find your PM starter kit, right? We'll give you the accesses to it. And what is PM starter kit? PM starter kit will have interactive videos. It will have all kinds of study material, engaging content available, so that even before your program starts, you will have some kind of warm-up exercises to begin your journey, right? So we do not want our students to just sit idle once they have registered. We want them to start learning, preparing themselves, right? And your program journey, you can decide whether you want to become from 8th of October or 12th of November. That you can select in the Google form that will be shared with you, right? With this, I come to the very end of our session. Thank you so much for being such a lovely and attentive crowd. If you have any questions, please drop in an email at pm@insaid.co. You could visit our website, which is www.insaid.co. Every detail, like I said, is shown on our website. and you can get connected with one of our admissions representatives directly. His name is Deep. The number is there on the screen. And I wish you all a great weekend ahead, a lovely Sunday ahead. You can all go towards your Sunday biryanis and whichever recipes that you are looking there. Thank you so much, Pooja, for being so gracious and giving me that lovely compliment here. I really take that. You made my Sunday morning, at least you've made. Thank you so much. If you have any feedback about the session, do let me know. Do give me a feedback. I tried to break down UI UX to the simplest of explanations for all of you to understand, and I hope I've generated that interest enough that you would want to learn UI UX as a skill set for a product career ahead. Right? With this, thank you so much once again, and have a lovely Sunday ahead. Bye bye. It's Afreen Rahman signing off.